The trail of the 3rd Army and the 19th Tactical Air Command and the 8th Air Force is marked by more than 40,000 white crosses.
We are getting a look at the film Dear Sirs, which will be featured at the GI Film Festival this week. The festival is returning in person, films for, by, and about our military. So joining us right now, we have the advisory committee member of the GI Film Festival, Nico. Good to see you. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
And then the director of the film Dear Sirs, also joining us here, Mark Petrie. Good to have you.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Thanks.
So let's talk first about the film festival. I can't believe it's already tomorrow.
I know. I mean, and finally it's back in person after a 2-year hiatus.
Yeah.
We started the San Diego GI Film Festival 7 years ago.
Okay.
And now, you know, it's grown so much, just the competition, the quality of films, such as the one that we're going to talk about today, Dear Sirs. But we have 26 films.
Okay.
We open tomorrow on the 17th with Dear Sirs. You go to gifilmfestivalsd.org to order your tickets.
Okay.
And every film is going to be shown at the iconic Museum of Photographic Arts in Balboa Park.
Very nice. And of course, we're in a military town. Very proud to have so many bases here locally and so many people's lives impacted, right, by the military. So the importance of having the GI Film Festival here in town. I mean, tell us about that. What brings people into it?
Well, just like you said, it's a military town, right? And not everybody here, though, has a direct connection with the military, but it's important, I think, to go and learn about it, learn about the sacrifices of our military members. You know, these films really put a human face on what our veterans experience. So I would encourage people to go watch it. It's really about the human experience in war and in service.
And we showed a tiny clip of Dear Sirs. I watched your trailer. It is powerful. So tell us about that. How did this come together? What can we expect from Dear Sirs?
Yeah, sure. Well, first of all, we're just so happy to be here at the GI Film Festival, giving us a platform to share this story. I mean, at the heart of it, it's about the untold stories that you know, are at risk for disappearing forever. And in particular, this one is about my grandfather, who was a prisoner of war in World War II. It was a story he never told, so it wasn't until, you know, finding these documents and letters and things that he had left behind, that was really the catalyst and the thing that put it in front of me that says, no, your grandfather, he was this 24-year-old soldier who was marched from camp to camp in Germany during the Nazi occupation. And at the time, you know, I didn't realize I had a connection to the military because he never shared this side of him. So the film was about developing this connection, and you know, we're here to help encourage other people to do the same thing and to share their stories.
And then I see this is one of the letters right behind you here. So that's from your grandfather?
Yep. Yeah, this is exactly what it looked like the night where I went into his office and opened up this photo album that was, you know, you can see kind of sporadically stashed letters and postcards, and you know, these people were all a mystery, including my grandfather.
Like, he
that
never
version
shared
of him.
that, right?
No. And now these people I know, you know, almost as if they were my friend. I know their names, their families. So it was an effort to tell his story, but, you know, in doing that, you start to learn the stories of everyone who was around him. And I think that's why films like this are so important, because it's never just one story. It's, you know, a part of these people's lives were, you know, maybe one of the most impactful moments for them.
And I respect you so much for not just putting that back in the box, right? You were like, I saw this, I need to open this up and see who these people are. I mean, you really discovered so much, right?
Yeah, you know, actually, to be honest, I did put it back in the box to start, and every day I came back to it.
You did?
I was rereading the letters, and I was, you know, pretty soon I realized I was looking at them so close, just because even the handwriting revealed something about my grandfather, and that's when I realized I couldn't put it down. You know, I had to go on this journey, and that's when my wife Carrie got involved as the producer, and we put together on paper what had happened, but there were still gaps, and then we made the decision, okay, we need to go to Germany. We're going to do it on bicycle. We want it to be slow, deliberate, during the same time of year he was there, and retrace his route.
The cold, snowy views, that's what you went through, right?
Yeah, it was, he was there from starting in November until April, so we started January 1st, kind of in the middle of his journey.
And what is the message that you hope viewers gain from this?
So, 16 million people served in World War II, American soldiers. 94,000 became prisoners of war in Europe. And until this film was made, that was the historical record of my grandfather and all of these other people that served with him. And I don't think that that's enough. I don't think that the historical record as statistics is enough. Each one of those soldiers had a family, a story.
Right.
A lot of them didn't make it home. So this is about sharing one story, but it's also about trying to encourage other people to, you know, look in their attic, ask their friends, their relatives, people that they know, and be open to hearing these stories.
And it shapes who you are, right? Once you discover all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. Were you a filmmaker before?
I was, yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
I've been making films, though this is my, I guess you could say my first big feature-length documentary where, you know, stepping outside the realm of student projects, short film and whatnot. So it was a lot of learning as we go.
Yeah.
It took about 4 years from start to beginning.
Wow.
So when we
That's a lot of
started, it was a very
dedication.
different world. It was 2 years pre-pandemic. And, and now we're coming out of that in person.
Right. So this is one of 26 impactful films that people will get to see this
One
week.
of 26 films, and they are wonderful films. And there's a range of subject matter. They're all for, by, and about the military. A lot of them they talk about the human experience. And so I would encourage everybody to go online to GI Film Festival, San Diego.org, order your tickets. You can see a film block for $10.
Okay.
And that's 3 to 4
That's
films.
huge. Yeah.
It's great. And if veterans, active duty, it's $8. You know, our opening night, it's a little more, it's $25, $20, but there is a dessert with that.
Okay,
so
see,
come on
I
out.
like that. Thank you both so much. Thanks for putting this together. Thank you for obviously having the GI Film Festival here. It's important work that you're doing, so we appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Of course.
And giving us a platform. It's great to be here.
Yeah, no, we hope everyone comes out, enjoy it starting tomorrow. So yeah, be ready to feel all the feelings, all these emotions, and learn a lot.